let's get started. To start, we're going to measure first 15 centimeters of the yarn. This will serve as a yarn tail for you to sew in your button afterwards. I'm going to use this to sew the button. Now, when you're holding the yarn, wrap it around your pinky finger first, then on your index finger. Just make sure that your yarn will be a little taut, but not too tight. It's only to guide your yarn to your hook while you're stitching. So, to make a knot, to make your first knot, grab your yarn, just your hook like this, hold this part, yarn over, pull your yarn through the loop, and then pull this end part, tighten it, then it will be your first knot. Now we're going to make now the chains. To make a chain, yarn over, pull your yarn through. Now observe that since it's not too tight, it easily pulls through the loop. Your yarn easily pulls through the loop. Once again, yarn over and pull through. If, for example, the way you hold your yarn, or for example the way you pull it, it's a little tight, you'll be hard up in trying to pull your yarn. For example, like this, if it's too tight, see, you need a little bit of force just to pull it through, which is not good. And compared to the other single chains, this one is smaller because it's a little tighter. We don't want that because we want our Earsaver to be a little bit stretchable so that it will be comfortable to wear. Now from here, we're going to make a few more chains, and the length of their chain should be approximately around 12 to 13 centimeters. So for me, when I'm making it, I make 25 chains, and it becomes like 13 centimeters. For you, maybe if you try to reach the 13 centimeter length, sometimes it will be 27 chains or 30 chains, depending on your gauge or how tight you hold your yarn. So for example, if I continue this to make 25 chains, that's 2 already. So 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Okay, now we've made 25 chains. Now if you see, if I try to measure this part, be 13 centimeters. Why I say that we should complete like 13 centimeters of single chains, it's because the 13 centimeters will most likely be the perfect length in order to achieve that total end-to-end 15 centimeters of our Earsaver. So from here, we're going to make already the first round of single crochets. To start, on the second chain from your hook, you insert your hook, making sure that 2 loops are on top of your hook and 1 loop is at the bottom. It'll be like in between that stitch on the second stitch. So 1, 2, insert your hook, yarn over, pull your yarn, then it will have 2 loops on the hook, pull yarn over again, pull it through the 2 loops. That completes your first single crochet. We're going to repeat the same thing through the full length of your chain. So insert your hook, yarn over, pull your hook, yarn over, and pull it through the 2 loops. Once again, insert your hook, those 2 loops are above, yarn over, pull your yarn, yarn over again, and pull through the 2 loops. So we'll repeat the same thing through the entire length of your chain. Make sure that your chain is still facing the right way. We're at the last 2 stitches, so there's just 1 more single crochet, and at the end, at the last chain, we're going to make 3 single crochets. To do that, that's 1, and at the same space again, 2. Then you can rotate your work, so your bottom part, facing your bottom part of the stitches, and see, now we have only 1 loop here because we're at the working on the bottom part on the other side. So yarn over and pull through. So we'll have like 3 single crochets on that chain. Then we make single crochet again on the whole length of the bottom part. So insert here, right at the bottom of this stitch, yarn over, pull, yarn over, and pull through the 2 loops. Reached almost the end of our round, so we'll have 1 single crochet here, and at the last chain or stitch, we'll need 2 more single crochet. 1, you can turn it over so it will be easier to work with. 2. Now we need to close this loop, this round. So to do that, insert your hook onto the top of this first single crochet that you made. So from here, insert it here. You'll have like 2 loops on top of your yarn. Yarn over, pull your yarn, and pull it through your loop. Now that's the slip stitch, and it closes this round of single crochets. Now we're ready to make the second round, and we're going to use double crochets for this round. To make your first double crochet, first make 2 chains, that's 1 and 2, then yarn over, insert your hook onto that space, yarn over, you'll have 3 loops on your hook. So yarn over again, pull through to the first 2 loops, yarn over, and pull through the remaining loops. We'll need another double crochet on the same space. So yarn over, yarn over, yarn over, pull through the first 2 loops, yarn over, and pull through the last loops. There. we have 2 double crochets on the same space. We'll need to do the same thing again on this space. So yarn over, double crochet, yarn over, double crochet, like this. To continue, we will make double crochets on each space, 1 double crochet on each space, until we reach the end. So double crochet on that space, and next again on the next stitch until we reach the end. Once you've reached the end, see this part where we made the 3 single crochets? In between this, we will make 2 double crochets. So for this part, we still have 1 double crochet here, and in between of these 3, we'll make 2 double crochets. 1, 2, oops, then for the next space again, we'll make 2 double crochets. 1, 2, and 2 double crochets again here. 1, 2. We made like an arc on this end. So after this, we're going to make double crochets right until the end once again. So double crochets. The last stitch. So for here, since we're already at the point where we have the 3 single crochets on 1 stitch, so we'll make 2 double crochets, 1, 2, then we're going to make the slip stitch to close our work. There, we have finished our crocheted ear saver. This should be approximately 15 to 16 centimeters. Since we've made sure of our first chains to reach 13 centimeters, they should be enough length. See, it's almost 16, so we're okay. So to close this, make 1 chain, measure around 15 centimeters for your tail length, cut it off, pull this one through, and pull it to secure. Now we're going to sew in our buttons. So we'll take our needle And then, since this is at the back side, we'll weave it in so it will be on the right side. Take our button and put it in the middle of that arc that we made. Secure it at the back. Just like this. Like that simple knot. Tighten it a little. And then sew in your tail ends, just to make sure that it doesn't unravel, especially since the button will be tugged by the garter of your face mask, so it should be very secure. I like to do this 3 times, sewing it around the single crochets so that it will be very secure. The button will be very secure, so that even if you wash this on the washing machine, it won't unravel. I'll just cut that extra length, and we'll do the same on the other side. And since this is not in the middle, it's at the end, we'll sew it in. So it will be right at the middle. Just make sure your button is at the right place. Secure it with a knot. Weave in your end, tail length. Part, and now we're done. So this one will be yep, 15 centimeters exactly from end to end.